よし、じゃあこっちだね。うわあ、なんじゃろう。とりあえず中入ろう。危ない、人いた。スキャン。
His detractors would call him an opportunist, and they would be right. But Yataro Iwasaki was given nothing less than the modest opportunity to bring an entire nation into the modern age, and he succeeded. The nerve of him. We owe a debt of gratitude to those giants whose shoulders we've stood upon. The earlier they lived, the larger their stature, and so the greater our debt. While the 20s roared in America, they screamed like a Siberian windstorm in Vladimir's hometown of Simbirsk. A controversial man of the people, he was surely. And the fact that he spent time in political exile makes him that much more admirable, in my estimation. Plato's keen eyes peered further into the future than any of his Grecian contemporaries. He was, and will remain, the most vocal supporter of the classic Republic, and its earliest.
歴史上の人物たち。
A personal favorite. For those who would criticize him for his monopolistic tendencies in the early 20th century, I say, shout it from the rooftops, or, barring that, hop online and voice your disdain in a chat forum. He would appreciate the irony. A
これ見たの。
Her death in 1952 was a tragedy, not just for the Argentine shirtless who idolized her, but for the anti-Peronists who celebrated her demise. Christ had a similarly divided populace to contend with, and like Eva, succumbed to sacrifice at the age of 33. It is difficult to write a story as it unfolds, but to wait until it's finished is to risk butchering the telling of it. I would rather strain the wrists of those taking my dictation than cause even a modicum of butchery. The father of Europe was besieged from all sides by pagan tyranny. And then in the year 800, he did a most remarkable thing. He held the hands of secularism and religion and married them together in what would later be called the Renaissance.
右へ行く感じ。
I believe these 7 statues comprise some kind of puzzle.
パズルね。
Perhaps you can activate them in a particular order. The statue of Plato appears to be activated already. Given the overseer's penchant for hubris, I would bet his statue is the final one that requires activating.
father of Europe.
まあ多分
It is difficult.
年代順だろうな。OK。
Worked. Let's try the next one. The statue lit up. I think we did something right. New statue.
よし。どうやら生年月日順じゃなくて、生まれ年じゃなくて死亡した年順みたいですね。だから次はこれでしょ。やばいやばいやばいやばい。でつけて
Worked. What's
最後は所長ね。
You solved it. You're a natural at puzzles.
行こう。ああオムニなんちゃら行こうか。レベルアップ。よし。
One of the
ス
prisoners
タンガン
tasers.
いるな。向こうか。所長のオフィス。よし解除したぞロック。
Headmaster's office.
広い部屋だな。グランドピアノもあるよ。お、動かせはしないですね。
Someone's coming.
隠れて。ああ所長が来る。
Unqualified disaster. And on the eve of the arrival, no less.
Everything is fine.
なんでモザイク。
Fine. You were assaulted by a Prizrak. And you let altered copies of the manifesto reach the
I
children.
have the situation under control.
I'm beginning to think your definition of control is different than mine. They don't respect you because you don't wear the uniform. It's a weakness. It puts you at risk. This is an historic night for us. There can be no room for error.
I understand.
Then you understand why Derringer will lead the arrival.
What?
I'm sorry, my dear. We all appreciate the fine work you do with the kids. But you lost sight of what's most important. Protecting me.
Sir, I can lead the arrival.
Murray, you speak the language of diplomacy. Derringer speaks the truth. Truth hurts. This isn't a dismissal. Derringer will still need your help when we get reset.
Yes, sir. The mentor is an asset to our cause. I look forward to hearing her ideas going forward.
Watch your step.
She's weak.
I hope that's all it is. Where was Murray when the Prizrak attacked her?
The section, outside the library. I'll look into it.
It's hard to know who to trust these days. Seems we're running a loyalty deficit around here. I don't mean you, Quinn, of course. I know I can trust you. Wait,
なんで今顔出したの？
I never forgot this before. Must
な
be
んか
cold.
鍵だな。
No chance, sir. You just got a lot on your mind tonight.
Quite so. Come, young man, let's get to the surface.
あ、カメラ動かせたね。スキャンしよう。
Dawnmaster faces swift reprimand. Mireille Prideaux found with contraband. Overseer, none of us are above the law.
Miss Sade, it has been a pleasure speaking to you, but I must get up early tomorrow.
Look, I'm turning off my tape recorder. This is no longer an interview. We're just two people talking. Perhaps one more glass?
A short one then.
Where do you get the wine from? I thought we weren't allowed contraband from the outside world.
Off the record? I've been here long enough. I'm allowed certain liberties.
You receive special treatment?
I know how big my cage is. At the end of the day, we are all equally inferior in the eyes of the Overseer. Don't you dare print that, Miss Sade.
I promise. Strictly off the record.
Librarian, may I come in?
Ah, Headmaster, welcome. Ay, Dios mío, who is this fierce creature?
It's an Ainu owl, librarian. My ancestors carved these from the amber trunks of Japanese spindle trees. I want you to have this one. Modest housewarming gift, nothing more.
Well, muchas gracias, señor. It's a handsome piece. I shall place it here on this shelf.
No. Lend it a bit more prominence. It's meant to be set out in the open.
Ah,
This way it can bring you luck.
well, it's...
The eyes. Yes. They are a touch piercing. But that's the idea, you see. The owl is ever watchful. He will protect you day and night.
Ah, yes, well, it's truly, how can I...
Oh, you're welcome.
どうやらこれフクロウの置物って監視カメラっぽいですね。あそこに水色で光ってるのカメラなんですけど、あれフクロウですよね。
Gentlemen, I wish to resign. This is grossly inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
You are burning books. I have seen it with my own eyes. The books I procured for you.
Each book has been scanned into our servers and is now part of our digital catalog. You're merely hung up on nostalgia.
You are erasing history.
These books are my property now. I can do with them as I please.
No. I cannot be a party to this. I wish to leave immediately.
First you want to resign, now you want to leave?
I assume the implication was apparent.
You're not going anywhere.
You cannot keep me here against my will.
In fact, I can. You, like the books, are now property of the state. You will continue to fulfill your obligations to the pre-cals until I decide what to do with you.
I have a few suggestions, sir.
え、なんだこれ。レイの件は片付けました。 D、 デリンジャーですね、きっと。さてどこに行ける？私はカメラをちょっと変えてみよう。
How's the weather in your corner of the world? What if I tell you, you're going to try to guess my location? No, I've about given up on that. It's been insufferably hot in D.C. Then why are we meeting here? I'm sorry? Why not do this on the... The isn't built yet. What? I was told construction began a month after the attack. This is the U.S. government you're talking about. Maybe you've heard of us. Our contractors get paid twice as much to take twice as long.
Unbelievable.
Right this way, sir. Watch your step.
Please, sit. Coffee? I want a whistleblower.
Coffee?
I'm serious.
We can talk about that.
We're going to have to talk about that. If you want to hand the reins to someone who won't let the horse forget who's in charge.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
That's your problem. You've got too many leaders and not enough followers. You should be following me. All of you should.
Okay, let's table that for a second. Say we get you a plant, and this plant blows his whistle in the year.
Or 2 months.
Or whenever. They're still not about to dismantle their entire surveillance infrastructure over some bad press.
I'm afraid you're right. This is where I need your help, Vice Admiral. If you get me on board and in command, then it won't matter how red their faces turn, or if they turn red at all. They won't have to privatize under pressure either. I'll already hold the reins. But we'll give it a name. Carnival. The Arrival. It doesn't matter. And we'll play act our way into the driver's seat.
I can't even imagine.
Leave imagination to me.
長かった。なんか民営化とか言ってたな。
You just acquired a fingerprint from that glass.
Oh.
Normally, the overseer wouldn't be so careless as to leave a usable print. But recently, in celebration of Zager's capture, the big man poured himself a stiff drink, and for a moment, let his guard down. Those pristine white gloves came off, and he was one of us for a day.
やった。これはいいんじゃない？指紋データを取ったから。
It sounds like that door leads to the surface.
こっちかな？こっち？
You now have. I know.
あ、館長に会いに行く。よし。
You now have what you need.
よいしょ。ここは何でしょうね。入ってみよう。おお。2階に行けるな。そして指紋。
The girl is no doubt anxious to see the librarian.
はい。
You now have what you need to access the librarian's office. I suggest you return to the library. His office door is located on the second floor.
え、ここじゃないの？今行けんじゃない？ロック解除。
He's just up these stairs. Librarian! Librarian! Senor Octavo? Librarian! Oh no!
うわ、やっぱり。
You're making it up! Stop it!
なんか鳴き声がするな。あ、鳥がいる。
The girl activated a video that appears to have been recorded only moments ago.
デリンジャーが来ましたね、さっき。
I presume it relates to the dead librarian. It's important that we determine what happened. However, she's not accustomed to witnessing violence.
はい。
It's difficult to anticipate how it will affect her.
一人で見ようか。
Senor Octavo, just the man I want to see.
Hello, Derringer. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Good book.
It is a classic.
Not just a classic. I mean, it's actually good.
How can I help you?
Why does this guy, Edmond Dantes?
Dante.
Dante, right. Why does this guy tell Maximilian that his girl is dead?
For revenge.
No, Maximilian's his friend.
Yes, you're right, of course.
Damn it, man. You have read this, haven't you?
Of course, yes. I meant it has been a while.
Why does Dantes put his friend through so much misery?
I think the point is to teach a lesson. You cannot know happiness unless you have been exposed to tragedy.
Can't know hope without despair.
I believe that is it, yes.
Kind of like the pre-cows. They don't know up from down, good from bad. They got no perspective because they don't have a clue about the outside. Or do they?
This is an intriguing intellectual exercise, Derringer, but it is late and
Why'd you give the kids the Poison Manifesto?
I did not.
What do you do in that hidden room downstairs?
What room?
Think we can't hear that god-awful music bleeding through the walls?
I just read and...
Reading Sega's trash!
I have seen it, yes, but I would never act on it.
Spying against us.
No.
You were planning to help the children escape.
No, Derringer,
Where the hell do you think you're going?
カメラは動かせない。そっか、これ録画だからか。
What happened?
さてどうしたもんか。
I'm a little relieved you chose not to show that video to the girl. Still, it feels a bit like censorship, keeping it from her.
とりあえず外に出よう。
I can't look at him laying there. I'll be taking this.
なんだ、次の目的地が出てるけど何しに行くんだ。1階ですね。